Oh, Spitwads. Oh, man, this spit hits today. It's a classic. We had to bring this one back because I might or might not get injured on this episode.
This is the one?
While sitting. And also, look, maybe you're new, maybe you've been around for a long time, but Al Borland, you want to know who he really is? You want to know his secret identity? Both of those things are on today's exceptional Spit Hits. Enjoy.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Skid-up-bop-bo-beep-bop-a-diddly-doo.
Came in with the tag at the end.
You try to let yourself go a little bit, you know? You want to put yourself, you're alone in a phone booth.
Yeah.
No one can hear you.
This is drop a little scat.
Drop a little scat, as Mama always used to say.
Did you drop a little scat today?
Not yet. Need to have my coffee.
I was going to say, over the next hour, we'll drop plenty. Welcome to the Spitballers Podcast. Back again. Would you rather? Situation Room. And a very special draft on the show today.
A draft-a-palooza.
Fair. That is fair. That is the tease we need. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andy, Mike, and Jason back again. Find us on Twitter at SpitballersPod. You can follow Mike at FF Hitman.
Hello.
You can follow Jason at JasonFFL. I'm at Andy Holloway. So follow us on Twitter and Instagram. The website, SpitballersPod.com. I will say this, we appreciate all the submissions, the ideas, the different segment topics and questions on life advice and draft ideas. We love them. Keep sending them. We will use them on the show. They are a lot of fun. So very excited to get going. How do you find gentlemen doing today?
I'm a little full.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes people are like,
did you
I'm
overeat?
Happy. I did. I did at lunch today.
First time for everything.
Right. I just feel like my emotional state is pretty much the same as my hunger state.
Full.
Maybe I'm angry because I'm not full, right?
Okay.
So I don't think of myself as angry. When you're like, why? What's wrong? How are you feeling? Hungry would be my answer. Right now.
You don't drop the hangry?
Well, of course I do. I mean, don't be ridiculous. I get very hangry, but that's how I feel right now. I feel full. Actually, that's not true.
Full of life.
I feel too full. That's more appropriate.
Well, I hope that translates to a very entertaining show. Mike, you doing well?
Spectacular.
All right, let's get going.
Would you rather?
All right. Our first Would You Rather question of the episode, would you rather be a cartoon in real life or a real person in a cartoon?
Interesting. So in one, I get to have everything around me be cartoony. Like I get to live in Toontown.
Yeah, so we have, there's a reference point for this, of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Both of these things exist in that movie.
Space Jam as well.
Oh, touche.
Space Jam, you get to see actually both of those happen. Because during that movie, Bugs Bunny comes back to the real world.
It's true.
To take Michael Jordan's shoes, I think, to get his shoes and his bag, and brings them back in. So because he didn't have his shoes. He couldn't play without his shoes.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I think the last time I saw Space Jam was in the theater.
I want to be a real person in the cartoon world. Do you want to know why?
I want to be Detective Eddie.
Because I have 3 children, and I have watched a lot of cartoons over the last 10 years. And there's something spectacularly happy and normal about cartoon universes where everybody's happy. I'm thinking of like if I'm living in the world of Paw Patrol, it's just a happy little town.
I would not be okay living in the world of
Maybe not
Paw Patrol.
Things go.
That's living in the world of Paw Patrol. That's the Matrix where they made everyone happy and it broke.
Yeah, it
so
doesn't work.
They had to remake it. Paw Patrol. Oh my goodness. I cannot handle Paw Patrol.
You want to be in
Jason's on the case.
You want to be in Caillou's world, Mike?
I never watched it. I know that
Caillou's world is
we had
like
the
a
infamous moment.
It's like an Apple commercial. It's just white.
Congratulations.
Just walking around in a white studio.
I did watch not Caillou. There's another one. I'll think of it.
I just think that cartoon worlds are so often just it's pristine. It's perfect. The weather's fine every day. Rolling hills. Nothing goes wrong in these simple
So you
cartoon
think of modern day cartoons, because if I live in a cartoon world, I'm in Warner Brothers, old Disney movies where
you getting hit with a hammer?
Yeah, you're getting anvils dropped on you. There's no thought given to the world of anatomy and laws of physics.
Yeah, you're going to drive right into the mountain because someone moves the tunnel picture.
As long as you don't look down, you can't fall down.
Mine is much more the Winnie the Pooh's world. Like, it's just
Okay,
fine.
it's a little realistic.
Docile.
Sometimes it's a windy day.
I'm
Sometimes I've got too much honey. Big deal.
There's no, like, I'm shocked that you would take the person in the cartoon world. For me, it's so clearly I would rather be the cartoon in the real world, because if I am the cartoon, if I'm the cartoon, that means two amazing things for me, and these two reasons are the only reasons that I would never consider the other. One, I'm immortal. You know, there's
no. There's
I don't know. I don't have the juice around here.
The dip.
I don't have the dip.
If someone comes around with an eraser, you better be afraid.
Look, I can
back
get
to Who
run
Framed Roger
over.
Rabbit?
Yeah.
I can get run over.
Yeah, but you're living in.
I could jump off of any height.
You're two-dimensional.
There's 3D cartoons.
Everybody you
No,
love,
there are not.
everybody you come to love, they just live and age and die, and you're still around.
But more important than my awesome cartoon immortality is the fact that I have the cartoon superpower of reaching behind me. I can grab anything I want from out my bag.
Right behind you?
I thought you just meant like you would be able to scratch your back, which is something you cannot do.
No, that's also true. Just how do people get there? I'm a wide man.
I have back pockets. I've never been able to use them.
At any moment you need anything, you just pull it
I
out
just
of your
pull it
invisible
out of-
cartoon
Yep,
back pocket.
I reach back there and I've got a giant hammer, which is usually what you need.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great? He makes that choice. He becomes a cartoon in a real world. He thinks he can pull anything out, and every time he pulls a hammer out, that's all he can get.
Well,
hammer after hammer after hammer.
What problem in this world cannot be solved by a hammer?
With a giant cartoon hammer?
By a giant cartoon hammer.
If I had free reign with a giant cartoon hammer, I'd do some work. That's for sure.
Look, maybe it doesn't solve the problem that other people want the solution.
Right.
It solves my problems.
Yeah, you
just
driving
fine.
a little slow in front of me on the freeway?
You're getting so many hammers thrown at your car.
Yes. Which one are you going with, Mike? We split over here.
Got to be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I mean,
This is really important to him.
well, I'm trying to give this some real thought, Mr. Back Scratcher.
Well, because this could happen. So definitely think this through before you say something you're going to regret.
Do you realize that you could make that statement about everything we say in this show?
That is very fair.
That's your comeback? I know you are, but what am I?
I stand by it. Proud of it.
How dare you give real thought to this hypothetical question?
I'm going to be the real person in the cartoon world.
I think you would be unique. So people would well, I thought you would.
I think you would be unique.
You
I
would
agree.
You'd probably be unique in the other situation too, eh?
Well, because when you're the real person, I'm basing all this off of Roger Rabbit rules. He had cartoon powers once he entered the world of Toontown. He could get flattened. He could fall off of a building.
Yeah.
So I still get all the powers,
This is a fun.
but
question.
everyone else is the weird looking one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Wait,
me.
No, everyone else is the normal. That's the normal.
Yeah, to them.
You need to think a little harder, Jay.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need me to scratch your back, by the way. Tom says, would you rather drop everything that was ever thrown to you
Oh no.
or everything you throw falls embarrassingly short?
Tom is a monster.
So lay this out for me, Borland. What am I throwing on a regular basis where I am due for some humiliation here?
What do you?
Don't you coach youth sports?
Not if I had this problem, I wouldn't.
I mean, you throw things all the time.
Yeah.
You toss your buddy the car keys. Like in our office, often we will throw a water bottle or a soda can.
So in this scenario, if everything I throw falls embarrassingly short, all of a sudden Jason is competition for me on the basketball court?
Well, I think that I'm now competition.
Them's fighting words.
Mike's now competition?
Yeah, I mean, Brooks will beat you, and that's
What?
saying something.
How dare you?
See, if you threw everything embarrassingly short, you would get out of some of that aforementioned work that Mike just described. Hey, I need the keys. I need the water bottle. Andy, can you throw that? I would actually just start getting up, walking across the room.
No, you would have to be the walker. I would still ask Andy for things, but he would have to walk them over to me.
Yeah.
Ah.
You don't get out of it.
If
You're still doing
if
favors.
I drop everything people throw to me, I'm going to be messy. People are going to throw things to me that I'm going to drop on my foot or hit me in the shirt or hit me. I mean, you can drop them in a myriad of ways.
And you think that I'm not going to Andy Think Fast
You're darn right.
and just throwing I'm throwing ice cream at you.
Yes.
I mean, you want that. You
I
would,
do want-
in
I-
general circumstances, you would
Throw
say
ice cream at me.
You are a great friend for throwing
because I'm
ice cream.
grabbing it out of the air with my amazing catch powers to put in my mouth. These scoops, just grabbing them out of
I'm
the
not throwing a
That's what I saw. I saw scooped ice. You are throwing
I'm not a Neanderthal.
What are you doing? Throwing me? Are you throwing me pints?
Yeah, but that's how you eat it by the carton.
I'll pick it up and eat it. Thank you, Mike.
But it's
I'm
still-
gonna get you.
Right, what's
I'm
the
gonna get
problem
you.
with him having a pint
Oops.
of ice cream in front of him?
I
that he's
dropped
gotta
a little bit
pick
of ice
up?
cream that I get for
It-
free.
It could create a mess.
Okay.
Very melty ice cream.
This is
I prefer you throwing me just handfuls of ice cream.
this is a pride question here.
Okay.
This is which one means more
Yeah.
to you. Because do you want to catch everything? You know what I mean? Like my
Well,
wife,
you don't get to catch everything. You just can't catch anything.
you don't get the opposite
No,
here?
no, you do not get
Well,
the
you
opposite
catch
power.
at your current percentage rate, which is
So
probably
then I catch everything.
you're probably a 90% catcher.
I mean, that's really low. I am a 98% catcher.
I just don't see a world where I'm throwing and catching things all over the place where this is going to affect me either
You
way.
should pay attention.
I'm just I will, Mike. I'm going to make a log. I'm going to write down everything I throw and catch for the next year.
I'm going to
It'll be 2 pages long.
I'm going to choose to drop the things that people throw at me because I can make excuses for that. You know what I mean? I can say, I
Butterfingers.
didn't. Like, yeah, I can say,
I'm very full.
or act like I didn't see them throwing it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Andy, can you throw me those keys or whatever? And then I'm going to look
and then
away.
you turn to look.
And then, that was rude, Andy.
You always turn away when people throw you stuff.
Hey,
And
toss
then
me the
whatever.
remote.
But can
I
you,
will stop.
But can you imagine how embarrassing it would be to be like,
Imagine him in a snowball fight.
Oh, someone asked you to throw you something?
yeah, hey, can you throw me whatever? And it's like, it just drops right in front. I think about when people throw out the
first
pitch.
pitch.
Yeah, 50 Cent out there throwing that first pitch, and it just hits the
You
dirt.
get the honor, Game 7
Yes.
of the World Series, Jason Moore. We need you to come throw out the ceremonial first pitch.
And you know what?
I have to refuse.
I'm going to throw that first pitch because I can no longer catch.
Fair.
Fair enough. All right, would you rather take a cold shower every day
No.
or only be able to take a hot shower every other week?
Define cold.
You got to go
It's
ice.
cold?
You
Okay.
got to go icy here because
Yeah.
to me, I enjoy a cold shower. I know we've discussed.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got
Before
more of a
that you-
hide. He's got more of a hide.
Hide? He
Wait.
no longer has skin. He has
have
a
a
scaly
hide
hide.
I figure if you can absorb
Oh.
cold water,
What all has a hide? What?
rhinoceroses.
Yes, a rhino,
An
elephant.
a boar.
Can you think of any thin animals that have a hide? Or is this part of like
turtles.
turtles have a hide? And turtles are thin?
They have a shell.
That doesn't apply on either level. They do not have a
They're
hide.
thin this way,
They're like a pancake.
like a piece of paper.
Pancake turtle.
Oh man.
Great.
So I'm just. I mean, my point is look, this is grounded in some reality. We've been in cold weather before, where you have worn.
You exposed the hide.
You've exposed your hide. You withstood cold temperatures at a far greater rate than Mike and I could.
I run hot.
That's
And
what
that-
I'm saying. So
that
you
is
can,
not an exaggeration. This
that's because
morning.
of your hide.
This morning, this is what happened. And I woke up.
Yeah.
6:30 a.m. I got to get in the shower before I head to the studio. I go, I shower. I don't take hot showers. I like, warm showers. Like
I do. I'm the same. I do warm-ish.
I can't do it. Like
I would say more cool than warm.
my wife will boil herself alive in her shower. She comes out red as a fresh cooked
tomato?
lobster, as a tomato, as other red things. And
It's a stop sign.
I can't handle that as a
fire
stop
engine.
sign. Thank you. Let's keep them coming.
A brick.
The no parking lane. So
An ambulance.
ambulances come in a lot of colors, Mike. So here's the thing. I take this cool shower, this warm shower. I come out. I'm getting dressed. I put a shirt on. I cannot stop sweating.
What'd you
forehead.
do, though? What'd you do that day?
I just told you. I
You
woke
woke
up and I was sweating. I mean, I had to put myself. We have this like
We need to schedule him an appointment.
we have this air purifier that we can put that thing on like go mode where it's like just
So clean.
and I use this to cool down. This is my cool down machine. I go right.
Why
in front
don't
of this
you
thing.
buy a fan?
will only be cooled by the purest airs.
This guy.
So, but I'm
I need a
sitting there-
HEPA 6 fan, please.
This air is dirty.
Yeah, look, I got clean air blowing in my face, and I can't cool down. And I thought to myself,
So
Maybe
you're
'cause
taking cold shower every day.
I thought to myself, I have done nothing.
Yeah.
I walked 20 feet. I took a shower in water.
Yeah, you got
I
something
got
wrong
out
with you,
where
bro.
I'm still a little wet from most people be freezing, and I'm putting freezing cold air on me, and I can't stop sweating. I definitely have health issues right now.
You're taking the cold shower every
I'm
day.
taking the cold shower, 100%.
This is tough because a hot shower, when you are dirty, is incredible, right?
Yes.
And what? I will be desperate for a shower in 2 days max,
Yeah, I mean,
and now I got to wait another.
you either take
12?
cold showers or you stink.
Right.
In Arizona, this is a problem. Well, you can just jump in the pool every day.
If you take a cold shower,
Little
you
chlorine
can take.
bath.
I've been on trips before, places that don't have hot water. I've had to do the cold shower thing for multiple days in a row. It stinks, but you just end up taking rocket ship fast showers. And I'm talking when it's really cold. You're in, you're out. You scrub what you need. You get on out of there.
Yeah.
So I think I'll stay clean
You
with
have
the
to.
cold showers, and enjoying showers is out, but I never smell.
I'm changing this to 1 a week, Andy. A hot shower once a week.
Oof.
What would be
What's the limit?
what
Once
is the
every
day?
4 days.
I think the limit is 3 days. I think I need if I could take a hot shower every 3 days, unlimited time in there, because obviously
Sure.
it's just a shower, and I could get fully clean
12 hours.
Zestfully clean.
12 hours. in that
versus,
shower.
and because I'm trying to put myself in this is not just neutral water. This is cold water. This
Yes.
is a cold
Yes.
shower. You are not, I mean, isn't there something, Borland? You're a scientist, right? Isn't there something about like just the pores on your skin and being able to clean yourself with hot water? You clean better.
Yeah.
That's why you wash things in hot water, right?
Correct. Yeah, I think the steam or something opens
There's a
up your pores.
sanitation
Yeah.
element. I don't know if you get as clean in cold water.
Well, there are benefits to cold water as
It just
well.
reflects off your hide.
Like if you if you work out, yeah, all my pores. I don't have pores,
You have scales.
so the cold water's fine. I guess we're good. We're good here.
You got to take the cold water. It's just
I would
you
say
can't stink.
I would say 4 days.
now,
4
I-
days?
I think I could
You
do-
could go 4 days?
I don't want to, nor do I. But I think in this question, that's the threshold where you'd go, man,
you know what?
freezing cold every day or every fourth.
Maximum
What
I
if
could do
you
is
were?
2.
What about your wives? Because I feel women don't smell as fast as men smell. Generally,
That is a
they don't
fact
sweat
as far
as much.
I
They
know.
don't smell as much.
I've got twins, a boy and a girl.
One stinky?
One stinky.
I mean, well,
Did
they're
they get
both-
your
Does he
hide?
know? Does he know?
Yeah, we've got the deodorant in the house now.
So,
they take care of
I
business.
feel like and women like longer showers too, probably, right? You said your
I
wife
know.
likes a nice long hot shower.
nobody could take longer showers than me.
Then you?
You take the
yeah, I
longest,
just-
but it's just cold.
It's warm. It's just not scalding my skin off my body, despite the fact that some people out there believe that I have a hide. I have very gentle skin.
You're actually very thin-skinned.
I am pretty thick-skinned, so I don't know. I'm learning a lot about myself.
All
here
right,
today.
let's move on.
The Situation Room.
All right, jumping into the Situation Room. I have not read any of these. Have you guys read anything?
I have read it.
Okay.
I have not.
You have been arrested, but given no explanation at all, and you are not allowed any phone calls. What would your family and friends assume you did? So they know I've been arrested. Is that right, Borland?
Correct.
They know I've been arrested. I don't ever get to talk to them. They have to now guess what crime I've committed.
Wow.
Securities fraud.
Well, okay. Totally. I can see
Right?
that. I
That's
could
gotta-
totally see that.
Looking for an angle, insider trading or something. I'm definitely going white collar here. I hope they assume white collar. They better.
Right. I feel like mine might be some sort of
Criminal
hopefully
speeding.
accidental. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've done the criminal speeding. They do not actually arrest you for that.
Depends on where you are, my man.
Sure. No, I fear that they would think like public indecency. Or like,
Oh, no!
just like
Showing
I don't
the
know.
hide off
He was
again.
probably too hot. Tried to make a break across this place, got caught. I don't know.
Tried to make a break for it.
You know, took his garbage can out, and he was
Oh.
shouldn't have done that.
I had no
do you
idea.
do
what you're-
the boxer garbage can
oh, I've
delivery?
done it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've done it. It depends on what shape I'm in.
You want the neighbors to see.
No, it's
I'm taking them out.
It's legit.
I've been doing my
though.
glutes.
If I had one of those upper bodies where it's
Yeah.
like I got the six pack abs, the pecs, I would never, ever, 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 ever think for a moment about whether or not I should throw a shirt on before I head out.
Well, it's mean to your neighbors if you wore the shirt.
Exactly. You're not.
This is not for me. This has
Right,
had nothing to do with my ego.
That's right. This is for them.
Feast your eyes.
But it's rude for
Sir-
my neighbors.
Sir, the garbage
if I
came
were to not-
yesterday. The garbage was yesterday. Why do you take your trash out every morning, sir?
Because I no longer get a paper.
That's right. That's right. I miss getting papers. Except
You got a wait. Did you have a paper subscription at one point?
Of course you do.
we all grew up with them.
That's true.
I'm
That's
asking, did you ever have a paper subscription
true. As an
an adult?
For a small period of time.
Oh my goodness!
wow.
Well, I'm 35.
We're older than you.
I moved out when I was 19. You tell me 15 years ago you didn't want the paper?
Yes,
No, I didn't-
that's what
what's
I'm
it-
telling you.
Learn to read.
We can read online. This is the internet existed.
You were AOL keywording back then?
when I moved
AOL
out.
chat room and back.
Yeah.
Tell you that much.
Yeah, I was busy at college. I wasn't like, let me get my morning paper. And
Well,
read
some
what's-"
of us grew up before others.
Some of us grew up when they were 8 years old.
Yeah, well, very well.
All right.
So, what would they assume you did, Mike? This is interesting. I mean, it's kind of a question for us, too.
Yeah.
So I'll go with the parents. The parents would have thought, because I'm a tech guy, they're going to think that Mike pulled off some elaborate computer hack that I don't actually have.
Mr. Robot over there.
I don't have the ability to
Right.
do any of that stuff. But back when they couldn't use tech and I actually could, it was pure magician wizard powers.
Once people are above a certain age, if you work in tech, you have all of the possible technological abilities of every person
Yes.
in that age.
I watched 24. Give me the satellite
That's
photos.
exactly right.
Enhance.
People come to me all the time. I work in a
Enhance.
I do podcasts. As far as they're concerned, I am an advanced videographer. It's all the same. If it's technology, if they saw it in a Radio Shack in the last 30 years, I know how to do it.
Look. We used to our old company. We were a gaming company and primarily on Facebook. Early on, Facebook gaming. That was a long time ago, and I'm pretty confident that some of my extended family members thought I helped invent Facebook. Like, it's like, no, I just make.
They haven't
games
hit you
on
up for
Facebook.
money yet?
That was a
Give
long
me some
time.
of that Facebook money.
I got the paper before that job. I'll tell you that.
You got the pay. That's blowing my mind.
Pete, you can still get a
That
paper.
can't blow your
Borland,
mind.
Yes.
Borland, when's the last time you got a paper? Did you get one as an adult?
When I lived with my parents.
Yeah.
Dang it. You guys don't like reading the paper?
No. But did you have a bathrobe? Were you out there in the robe?
I would if I could. You guys bought me a rocking chair for my birthday.
And
We
it was
did.
appropriate for you to read your paper that you still get and we know you get. That's
wait.
honest
How
to
many?
goodness.
How many subscriptions did you have at one time?
Just one.
Oh.
Just the local paper.
honest to goodness, no joke.
What do you think? I
we-
got the New York Times
Yeah,
coming in,
at
the
the
Wall
time.
Street Journal.
We need to remember for next year.
For his birthday.
For his birthday, we get him a
Oh, my
subscription
gosh.
to the Arizona Republic.
Oh, that's just the worst.
You
That's
would-
the worst because that's a little reminder of my old age every morning.
Yeah.
Delivered
See,
to my house.
Do you know what that would be for me?
I would like
that would
it.
be. I know you would like it. Like
Dang
the
it!
rocking chair was kind of a joke, but I also why it worked was because it was like it's a joke, but he's gonna like this.
I sat
thing.
in it this morning.
He's gonna love it. If we got him a paper, he would love it. If you guys got me a paper, that would literally be the rudest, meanest thing that you
You
could do.
have to go out
Because
front
I
every
gotta
morning.
go get. And you want to know what would happen?
You walk to the trash can.
1 month later, there'd be 30 papers on my driveway.
People would think that you were on vacation trying to rob you.
Yeah, and then I'd be standing on the inside of the door. Ha ha! You thought I read the paper.
I can't read. All right. Let's go with this one. This Situation Room. I guess this is trending on Reddit right now. Is that correct, Jeremy?
That's correct.
Whoa, who is Jeremy? Who is that guy? Edit, undo.
You can fill a pool.
Dehance.
You can fill a pool with anything you want. However, you must jump onto it from 30 feet up in the air. If you survive, you keep whatever it's filled with. What would you fill the pool up with? Now, I think this is important to quickly state 30 feet is a lot of feet.
Yes. How
This
high
is
is
not-
one story?
I would
10
say 12
feet?
feet, maybe?
10 to 12, yeah.
10 to 12 feet. So this is not a – let's put it this way. If you jump 30 feet onto concrete, what happens, Al Borland?
Explosion?
Kersplat.
Yeah.
Or do you
It's not-
survive a
it's not-
30-foot jump?
No, you don't survive.
I'm
a 30.
speaking to Albert.
I would guess not, but it is honestly not my area.
I think
of
you can
expertise.
survive.
I think you could break a lot of
Well,
bones
I mean,
and
you
survive.
can survive.
Yeah,
People
your
have-
legs would be broken.
People have survived
Yeah.
an airplane.
Have you ever jumped off a roof like a 10 to 12 foot like
Back in
roof?
back in the day when
Yeah.
when my bones were younger.
Doesn't feel
and-
good though.
No.
When I was growing up, we had friends of our family that they had a diving pool, and they replaced their diving board with they built a high dive, and it was probably 10 feet tall.
Wow.
And
You knew someone with a high dive?
yeah, they lived in Fountain Hills.
Oh,
It was
nice.
fancy.
I hope they had a real deep.
It was.
Deep
It was.
in.
I mean, it was deep enough. There was no injuries that I know of. But let me tell you something.
Except for poor Johnny.
This is when I was right, but
We don't talk
We
about
don't talk
him.
about him anymore. I was not a fearful kid. I'm not afraid of roller coasters.
Right.
Not afraid of heights. Jumping off that thing was scary. I mean, it was like climbing up there, like, oh my god! And this is into a regular pool of
Water.
and from 10 feet, 30 feet.
If you just made it water, it would be painful.
If it was 30 feet, water's going to be rough. Water's going to
So
be
you
rough.
could
But
go feathers, but then you get a pool full of feathers
then-
is what you receive.
I
But
get to.
no, if you go
get a
feathers, are you?
you're
Is it
coming-
even holding you?
No, you're dead.
You're
But-
going through.
Yeah, you're going through, but whatever, pillows. Okay? If you give me
Ooh, I
a
love
big
pillows.
pool,
My
full
wife,
of pillows.
If they were decorative pillows, my wife would be so happy.
this would be so interesting because if you were in this situation, this is like modern day walking the plank, right? But you're picking what's down below. Do you get greedy or do you just want to live? Do you want to fill it with pillows and then great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
like you said, your wife. Oh my gosh. Ladies.
Well-
what genetic disorder do you have where you need 37 pillows on the bed?
And it's not just
I
the bed.
can't
It's
take
my,
it.
It's my couch and
Yes.
they're very
Yes.
they're very
Are they competing with each other?
they're very decorative. These pillows
Is this a fantasy league?
generally cost $60+
Yes.
They're super uncomfortable.
and they're
They're not.
Oh, there's
comfortable.
like little pillies on them, and they're all made to
no,
be.
they're all
stuffed.
scratchy.
Yeah,
we just
they've got animal hide all over them.
we've been replacing some furniture in our house, and we're going through this. And I was talking to my wife. I'm like,
Good luck.
it is. I mean, this is really apparently a husbands versus wives a battle right now on the extra pillows. Because look, I'm gonna let you into some deep dark secret.
Okay.
We don't make our bed. Okay, we don't. We haven't. You know when we make our bed. When someone who's never seen our house comes over and we've got to give them a tour and we fake like
All right.
we make our bed. We don't make our bed. So maybe once this last year, twice, let's say 3 times.
But she bought pillows for the bed you don't make.
So that's my point. We don't make the bed, but we've got these pillows that we have to have on the floor now. They aren't even there for the 3 times a year that we get up in the bed. And we don't even need them to prop us up because we've got the bed that like lifts us up.
Ooh.
So
Look,
why do we own these pillows?
this has got to be one of the most profound, true differences between men and women is this pillow debate. Because if you're a man out there and you've got more than 10 pillows on your bed by your own choosing,
Let us know.
please let me know. Because that's shocking. Like
Right.
I have to take them off of the bed so that I can fit on my bed every day.
And hey,
And I have gone to war on the real ugly ones, the ones that freak me out.
So all the-
I have hid them.
you want to know how to change it. All the pillow manufacturers out there, I should say the pillow designers, because these are decorative pillows that we're talking about.
Just make them cozy.
Make them comfortable.
Yes.
Because then they're practical.
It would change everything.
I would be okay with. I like pillows. I just said when you filled a pool with pillows, I'm like, oh, I like pillows. I hate decorative pillows. Make decorative pillows comfortable, and you got me. They feel nice on the hide.
30 feet up, it's going to be hard for me, even with pillows, to get the guests to make that jump. But at least I know they're pillows.
Yeah.
I guess you try to land on your back on pillows. Is that the goal there on the jump?
Your back?
I feel
Yeah,
like
no,
I would-
you would want to land on your back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No.
like, yes, it would be like doing a stunt jump where you land
Yeah.
on the airbag below. They land on their backs.
Yeah.
Oh!
I
if it was
jumped off.
pillows.
I ju-
Yes.
yeah, if I jumped off a roof once onto
Onto my back.
onto a onto a trampoline,
Oh, I've done that
and
a ton of times.
I thought no big deal. I pulled a few muscles in the back because I landed on my foot or my feet, and it like it
Well, that was your
jarring.
problem. You tried to go to one foot. You
I
got to
said,
go both
Did you go
feet.
back or do you go feet?
Off the roof?
Yeah.
Back, I would do. In the day, I would do whatever.
Okay. So what are some ideas here? We need to get to the most advantageous because obviously if you fill it with $100 bills,
You're dead. Because
Really?
Yeah. Think of reams of paper.
Yeah.
Think of reams of paper. That is as hard as.
but
the
you don't
cement.
necessarily die. And I'm not.
What
I'm
if you
talking loose bills,
what if-
bro.
yeah.
You're sinking into loose bills. You're not going.
But to actually fill that thing with loose bills,
Yeah.
there would be so many of them. I think when you hit, it
Yeah.
would
Curse
compact.
splat.
And
Now,
you,
what
that'd
if
be
you-
but
good.
I'm willing to break my legs for a certain amount of money.
Oh, so
you are?
Let's negotiate.
Now
for a
listen.
YouTube
An
video.
Olympic-sized swimming pool has a volume of 152 million cubic inches. You can fill that pool with 2 billion bills, and it will approximately fill it up. That's $110 billion.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
filling the pool with
My
money.
legs are broken. That is fine. I will buy new legs.
That's what I'm saying. Your goal there is
Robot legs.
this is going to hurt, and then I'm okay.
See, my first
Maybe.
thought was like, I want something that I can land
Jello.
in.
Crush them
Right.
up. Crush all the bills up into like little balls.
Now you're taking away my money.
I need a. I only get $20 billion.
So I think
Hold on, what did you just do? If you're not watching the YouTube version of the show, Jason just jumped out of his chair like he got stung by a scorpion or electrocuted. Then he tried to just move on like nothing happened.
You don't get away with that.
my legs were crossed, like my feet were crossed under the table, and I was moving them.
Oh, no.
And my knee felt like it was going out. It just popped. I'm getting so old.
You're sitting.
I need this money from the pool so I can replace my knees.
Your knee went out while sitting.
Your knee.
It's just
I
My knees
dislocated
went out
my
while
knee. Oh man, what were you doing?
I was sitting down, and I moved my leg.
I tried to turn slightly to the left.
I was trying to sit in a chair, and my knee went out.
Reconstructive surgery on the way.
How'd you tear your ACL, sir?
Doctor, will I be able to sit again? Will I ever be able to sit? Oh, goodness. This show is over.
Will I be able to sit?
With a lot of rehab and reconstructive surgery,
be able to sit
you can
again.
record a podcast once again.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Now I'm sweating.
I did try. Oh yeah, I'm 112 degrees over here.
Oh my goodness.
I was thinking about
Jello?
no close SpaghettiOs with meatballs.
Ooh,
You need
those
that
are nice and
much?
squishy.
Yes. Well, because look,
Are you going to eat your way out of it?
no, but I get to keep it.
Yeah,
oh my
but here's-
gosh, try
here's the
swimming
thing.
through that.
Yeah, you're gonna submerge, and you're never you're suffocating in
Hey,
SpaghettiOs.
every man dies. Not every man truly lives.
If I go out, you put that on my tombstone. SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. Cause of death? Strangulation by SpaghettiOs.
His life wasn't worth the living. He couldn't sit anyway.
Got taken out by Chef Boyardee.
All I know is that Scrooge McDuck,
He's dead.
he's,
Scrooge
he's
McDuck.
definitely...
There's the Family Guy gif of him
Oh, yes.
jumping into the room full of coins. And
Breaks every bone in his
Yeah.
body. Oh my goodness.
You got any ideas, Mike? Or are we moving on to their draft?
Well, once I heard the amount of dollars,
It's quickly... Pain was no object.
I'm going for it.
can I real quick just share how good SpaghettiOs and meatballs are? Like legit SpaghettiOs and meatballs. Those,
PSA?
yeah.
Have we talked about this? Have I brought up the way I used to eat them
Oh, I don't want to know.
back in the
Did
day?
you put each SpaghettiO on a part of the fork?
No.
Cold? Did you eat it cold?
No, I did not.
Cold SpaghettiOs are fantastic.
No, I ate it warm, but I would put cottage cheese on the SpaghettiOs.
Go away.
It's funny because I think Jason would be 100% content in life with cold SpaghettiOs and Hostess apple pies.
LIVIN. Living.
I've decided I want the pool filled up half with dollar bills and half with Jello, and I will break through
I
that
don't think-
Jello dollar bill thing.
Fine.
It breaks the rules, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're moving on. I'd love to hear what our what the spitwads out there come up with.
The Spitballers Draft.
Got any AC in this
oh
building?
my goodness. He threw out his knee. Sitting.
I sat out my knee.
He sat out.
This-
This idea for a draft came in from Jumanji44
Jumanji!
on Instagram. He says, you need to put together the first ever Spitballapalooza festival. Each of you must draft your best 4-band lineup for the music festival. So we're doing Spitballapalooza,
Now, by
and
band,
there are
we,
some rules.
we just mean musical
Artists,
artists, right?
Is that fair, or that's what we're
Yeah,
doing?
you can do an artist if you want.
So the rule that we have put in here is that it is a pre-Y2K Spitballapalooza. So you must choose artists who are making music before the year 2000. They could have gone into the aughts and beyond, but they at least had to be making music in before Y2K.
So no Taylor Swift getting the ticket sales high.
Right, no Panda
True.
Bear for you, sir.
Oh, this won't be a Panda Bear. Look, there is, I
And
have
you have
my,
the first pick.
Unfortunately, I have the first pick. I have my wheelhouses, which usually revolve around food, and I have my. What's
Are you
What's the
undefeated?
opposite
What's the opposite of a
of
wheelhouse?
a wheelhouse? What is a wheelhouse?
A square house, in fact, is the
Honestly,
opposite.
no. What is a wheel? Why do people say
The captain's wheelhouse? I imagine that's like where it's his
That's a
domain.
thing?
That's their domain.
The captain's wheelhouse?
Like a captain has the wheelhouse, right?
The captain has a quarters. Which
Borland.
quarter
doesn't-
would be more
Look, if you're the
square.
captain of a ship, you go up to the wheelhouse to spin,
Wheelhouse.
to turn the wheel.
A part of a boat or ship
Well,
serving as a shelter for the person at the wheel.
well.
I feel correct.
You are how you feel.
Well, on my boats, we didn't have a wheelhouse, just a wheel.
You're more of a pirate ship guy.
That's right.
So whatever the opposite of a wheelhouse is, a place you're very uncomfortable,
Wait.
that is your...
Sorry for the distractions here. I'm just really going down with this. Like on a cruise liner,
Yeah, there's a wheelhouse.
do they we're still doing the big wheel? Like we're still doing this
They did
giant.
they did the giant wheel in Wall-E, and a robot had to drive it.
I mean, I feel like we've got the technology to advance beyond the huge.
I don't think there's a big wheel up there anymore. It's more of a... There's computers.
No,
Okay.
there's still got to be the giant wheel.
I want to know.
There's gotta
do-
be.
Do cruise liners have a giant?
I feel like captains would insist on it.
That's
Man.
what I'm saying.
Right.
If you took the
Sir,
wheel,
that doesn't do anything. Yes, it does.
We're not going to have any more boats because people who want to be a captain would plummet.
So yeah, exactly. It's not as As soon as you think those things on a plane do anything?
Yeah, they're just sitting there.
All right, Jason, you got the first pick. This is the opposite of a wheelhouse for you. This is not your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Musical bands.
Yeah, I mean, I have, very small segments of, music that I was really into for a little while, but I'm not like, the classics. I don't know them. So I'm going to take one of my favorite bands that I think were fantastic, absolutely loved them. I assume this is pre-Y2K. I guess I didn't think about that. You guys,
we can vote.
you can,
We'll vet.
Vet and vote.
but this is the only one I can imagine that maybe someone else would take because my other wheelhouse, it's coming. I'm putting on an R&B hip hop
Just
show.
take the guys you want to take.
But Weezer
Yeah, you're a
is
jerk.
That's fine.
see, you
Yeah.
would have taken Weezer.
Weezer, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, Weezer's fantastic. They kick off the show with energy. All their music
And
is
yes,
great.
they were pre
Totally eligible for that.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. So you've got Weezer with your number 1 overall pick.
And I'm just so happy that I actually, because nothing else I take today will have
Yeah,
the remotest chance of
I didn't
being,
even want to bring it up. I was going to say there's one band that you can take that's on my list.
Wow, look, this one's easy for me because I believe that they would be the greatest headliner of all time.
If you take like my first 2 picks here, it's going to be really
They're the
upsetting.
greatest headliner of all time. It will make Brooks entirely happy. I love them. They changed music, and the Beatles are
Okay.
The Beatles are coming to Spitballapalooza for me.
I believe it's Beatles.
I believe you're wrong. I'm taking the Beatles, and I thank Jason for drafting first.
Oh, I mean, come on, overrated.
Well, there you go. There you go.
No, there's a lot of people who think that.
I don't actually think that. I just don't.
You just
don't
love
care.
them. Yeah.
Apathy.
Yeah. The Beatles are absolutely
The
spectacular.
Beatles are good. Oh well, but
You ever been to the Beatles Love Show, the Cirque show?
I have not.
I imagine it's great because Cirque shows are great.
Yeah, and the Beatles music.
Is fine.
I got you, Brooks.
All right. Well, I'm going to kick it off here with at least in the 90s, they were one of the biggest bands, and they're one of the biggest and best bands of all time. They make everyone in junior high learn how to play the guitar. I will take Metallica.
Totally get it. They're on my short list for sure. I was a big Metallica fan for a few years.
And you learned how to play the guitar in those years.
I actually did, yes.
Because that's what happens. When you're in 7th grade, if you pick up a guitar,
Yeah.
now you need to learn how to play Metallica. I was going to combo that with Weezer there. Just because I'd be playing the draft, I knew that Jason would eventually figure out he should draft Weezer.
Because I love Weezer.
But he figured it out too soon. So now I got to play the draft of who can possibly get taken from me. So I will go with another very large band. They were the ones that pretty much, well, them and one other band, but they revolutionized pop punk for us growing up in the 90s. Blink-182, they have 2 of the best albums, along with Weezer. Weezer's Blue Album and then Pinkerton are, in my opinion, the 2 best back-to-back albums ever produced by a band. In that list, though, you got to talk about Blink-182's Dude Ranch and Enema of the State. And I saw them live. They were amazing. They are not who they were, obviously, with Tom leaving the band. But Metallica and Blink-182, I'm very happy with my start.
All right. You got Blink-182. I wasn't really into them. They were one that I just somehow missed the boat on. I get it.
I didn't like punk music when it came out. Like Blink-182 was
Blink-182
all right.
was
They were mainstream. And since I wasn't
mainstream
in punk,
music, yeah.
they were punk to the outsiders, to us alternative grunge listeners.
Yeah. Alternative grunge, the 90s. Oh, come on.
Yeah. And so I didn't really like them, but I didn't like punk because I feel like nobody could sing.
And who's your pick, Jay?
Nice try, Andy. I am not on the clock.
Here's the thing. This draft feels like I'm playing poker with an amateur because I don't know what in the world Jason will do. I don't know what bands he knows.
He doesn't know what he will do.
I don't know what he will
I know my
take.
next 2 picks already because there's no chance you guys take them.
Oh, now that makes me rethink my pick entirely.
Good.
But I'll just go with who I believe deserves to be honored in the 2nd spot of the Spitballapalooza. I've got the Beatles with number 1. And number 2, I'm just thinking of rolling up to this show, and I've got to see them live, and it's Queen.
Okay.
I've got to see Queen. Queen.
Yeah, Jason was not going to select Queen.
Freddie Mercury.
Dude could sing.
Yeah.
Oh, what a
One of the
band.
best ever.
Hit after hit after hit. Got to go with Queen,
Here's something.
and I'll be the champion.
I think it's because of the movie or something. But my son is like totally into Queen right now. He's like,
I
Well, that
would
makes
imagine
sense.
it's because of the movie.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
He's like, I love.
Otherwise, he would have no idea who Queen was.
right. Well, and I was like, what? How? What?
Unless you guys play a lot of Queen in the Moore household.
It's not on our vinyl record player is still at the Holloways. All right,
I do have a vinyl player. Yeah,
this
you're darn
is-
right I do.
This is really, really, really easy for me. I grew up, basically I had the little 90s alternative grunge love, and aside from that, sandwiched on both sides and at that same time, was all hip-hop, all rap, all
Yeah.
that was what I loved. And look, if we're going and we could take Beatles and we
You
could
could take whoever you want.
we could take whoever we want.
You
I'm
could
bringing
take
Pac and Biggie.
Okay.
Enemies on the same stage, back from the
So you're
dead.
going back to back, Tupac and Biggie?
Tupac and
Look,
Biggie,
that's strong.
West Coast, East Coast, let's get it on with
That's
Weezer.
very strong. Very, very strong.
Well, there you go.
I did not listen to them, but I even understand the impact. That's very strong.
Well, my worry was, and you scared me for a second when you already knew them. You talked about 90s, you talked about grunge, alternative, you talked about rock. I was worried you'd take Nirvana, but I'll go ahead and take them right now. I'll
All
take
right.
Nirvana, iconic,
They're
game changer.
They are the next band on my list,
Okay.
and I figured they'll probably
Would you-
get picked, but I couldn't. This is the truth. This is the least pander bear draft of
No,
my life
otherwise you would have taken them.
because I strategically knew I had to take Nirvana if I want them, but I couldn't get myself to pick either Tupac or Biggie first. They had to come at the turn out of
Wait,
respect for each other.
so
who
that they
was-
could
who
be
was
back
the-
to back.
Who
It
was the 2-0
Is Biggie Pac?
Biggie? So Biggie was 203?
No, it's too big.
So
There was no order. You do not put Tupac and Biggie in
hold
an
on.
order.
No, you have written down Tupac, then Notorious B.I.G.
I wrote down nothing. Al Borland.
He will have
No,
to make a choice.
You have to make an official order because when you put them in the list, they're in the order.
Don't
that we
worry,
took
you
them.
won't alienate like one side of the
And
country.
you're up, Mike.
So yeah, I've got the Beatles, Queen, and the Nirvana. 1991 was a good year.
Yes. So there's a couple bands. Oh man, I'll be done after this.
Yeah, you got
Oh, this
the
is
backs.
it?
to
Yeah,
backs.
because I got the back to back.
Right now you're sitting with Metallica and Blink 182, right?
Yep, I'm loving this so far. And I will go with a band. They burned extremely bright. It was unfortunately too short, as happens a lot of times with these bands. But I will take. Wait, what's your face saying to me over here?
He's worried.
Are you trying to figure out who it is?
I'm trying to figure what happened in this draft.
What?
Borland, we all good?
Yeah, as far as I know. What's up?
Oh, you went back-to-back picks on your
Yeah.
first time. Oh, man,
Oh,
I
you
thought
thought-
you only took one.
Oh.
Draft order, I'm very sensitive to that at this point in time. I really thought you only took one last time, so go on. You got your final two
Yeah,
picks.
they burn bright. I will take Sublime.
Oh, man, I was really
Because-
into Sublime.
They are 40 ounces. My goodness.
Yeah.
That album is absolutely incredible.
Okay.
So that makes
So I'm seeing your whole adolescence right here.
yes. You could tell which group of kids I was
Yeah,
hanging
were you
out
a
with.
big Metallica fan?
Yes.
Okay.
Monster Metallica.
I just
fan.
wasn't sure when, Blink-182 Sublime, I wasn't sure how into Metallica you were.
Yes.
I got very into Metallica for a little sliver there as well. Went and saw them live. At
Oh, did you?
America West
Wow.
Arena.
Ooh.
And they were awesome. There was at the finale, they literally lit a man on fire, who then
Murder?
no, it was like lit a man on fire, who then had to go from the top of the America West Arena on a rope ladder down on fire. This was like,
Hold on. How was this safe?
it was not
Oh.
safe, which is why it was so. This is why
Wait,
Cirque du
hold on.
Soleil is so exciting.
Did you
'cause
look up later? Was this actually part of the show?
I think I did because I thought, well, that man died. I was like, did it? And I didn't find any news about it, so that could mean anything.
All right, man. Taking the last pick is extremely difficult. I guess I will give the other people a shout out at the end. Ugh. I'm gonna finish it up. Oh my goodness, this is incredibly hard. I'm gonna finish it up with the Beastie Boys.
Okay.
So I'll add a little bit of.
So you were a huge Beastie Boys fan?
Yeah,
Were
I'll
you
let
a
it-
Rage Against the Machine fan?
They are on my list.
Yeah, I wondered.
They're
I'm
on-
starting
they're
to
on
see
the list.
the puzzle pieces are all coming together, and I can see the can see the tapestry, Mike.
Well, you
of
already
your adolescence.
Yeah, and I was in Jinko pants,
That is true. That helped.
killing it.
So I've got what's your four pack? You can
Metallica, Blink-182, Sublime, Beastie Boys.
now see at the end of this, even before we do the vote, I want to see who our two producers, which show they want to go to.
Sure.
I'm just curious.
Well, I know which show.
I guess
Brooks
Brooks
is
is
out.
probably
already
dead
out.
set. But this is the hardest pick because when you pick your fourth band, you're eliminating so many others.
Yep.
Man, it's very close between two of them, which is the Foo Fighters.
Mhm.
Was a thought. But I'm actually going to go with U2. I know people don't all
Yeah.
love U2,
It's
especially
never
later
in.
U2. But the quantity of great songs and hits in those earlier albums where the streets have no name, I loved U2. I thought they were absolutely great. That's what I'm going with. I'm going to go with U2.
You got some big-time bands there.
Huge. Yeah, Sunday Bloody Sunday.
All right. So I'm up. I got the last pick here. I've got I
Oh,
love
please be Sting.
Weezer, Tupac, and Biggie.
Michael Bolton.
Oh,
Tim-
you
super
should have
tempting.
gone Bolton and Kenny G back to back.
Oh,
This is a tale.
wow.
Captain Jack Sparrow. So look, I'll just read off the names that I've got here. These are from the heart bands that I love. I've got two of the greatest hip hop gangster rappers of all time. I'm good there. I want two of the alternative grunge music that I listened to
Oh, man.
in that time.
Oh,
So
man.
You realize you made a mistake?
Are you? No, I'm thinking about what Jason is taking.
So there's a whole bunch here. Here's one that I you realize it's a camera. So one of the bands that I love so much, I'm not gonna pick them, but I gotta give them a shout out. No Doubt. I know that sounds weird, but
no,
I
that doesn't
love
sound
No Doubt.
weird.
I equally love Bush.
No Doubt was too cool for me.
Bush was great. Rage Against the Machine, loved Rage.
Just
I-
Rage, not the band.
Yes.
There's
The video game Rage.
I'm really between two here, truly. Those are all just shout-outs. It's between Smashing Pumpkins, who I absolutely 100% loved everything they put out, and Tool, who made one of the best albums of all time in Anima. And I think I've got to go with who pairs best with my Spitballers Palooza. Right?
So
like
what, you're putting a show
I'm
together.
putting a show
Yeah,
together.
that's why I went U2 over Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
It fit my billing.
And look, Maynard James, he's going to rock the heck out of this show. I'm taking Tool. I'm going
Interesting.
Tool and
I was
Weezer
never into Tool.
on the outsides of Biggie and Tupac. Look,
Very interesting.
you're
Yeah.
going to love the show. You might die, but
You
you'll
will
have a
die,
blast.
The rest of my list was Tool, Rage Against the Machine. Then I had The Offspring.
Oh, man.
I was massively
Dun,
into The
dun,
Offspring,
dun,
and I guess I am a
dun, dun, dun,
complete
dun.
pander bear because my favorite band, No Effects, was not on those lists because they will not get it done in the polls.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
But
a little,
shout out, No
little bit
Effects,
of a
greatest band of all
balance.
time.
So, Jason has Weezer, Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., and Tool.
Very
I've got the Beatles,
interesting.
Queen, Nirvana, and U2. Obviously, a little more old school than you two gentlemen, but not surprised. Metallica, Blink-182, Sublime, and the Beastie Boys for Mike. What show are you two producers going to?
Brooks is going with
Al
the
Borland's
Beatles.
Al Borland's
Surprise,
coming
surprise.
to my show.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Mike and I actually hung out a lot in this
Yes.
era and have very similar tastes, and
Yeah.
I'm going to
None of
see-
you are
Could
invited.
you could wear one pair of Jinko pants combined.
Oh,
and
yeah,
get there.
our entire
You get to
group
the sh- you
did
get to the
wear.
show.
Yeah, we all wore Jinkos.
Just one pair. You could all fit in. You could all get in.
Who's got the pants?
Who's got the pants? Who's bringing the pants tonight?
Well, like the person, whoever did the picking up, you brought the pants.
Yeah, climb in.
What did you learn today, Andy?
What did I learn on today's show? But you can't decide between Tupac and Biggie. That's what I decided.
Okay.
That's
okay.
what I learned.
I learned that Jason doesn't have skin.
He has more of a
I have
hide.
a hide. And I learned I can bust my knee while sitting.
That was a good moment.
Oh,
We'll get you some medical attention soon.
I really tried to move on.
The
Thank you for
GoFundMe
calling
page
me out.
is going up soon for his knee reconstruction surgery.
thank you for tuning in to the show. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, Check out SpitballersPod.com.